Hey everyone, I'm Suede Wanamaker, and welcome to Cinematic Vault. This is a space for cinematic storytelling, fan-made, reimagined, and brought to life visuals and narration. Every project you see here was carefully written, built around emotion, myth, and meaning. Today we are going over the 13th story in the Godzilla cinematic universe. Now sit back and let the vault open. A tale of rivalry, rebirth, and unspoken kinship. This is Rodan, Fire on the Wing, a fan-made film story written by Suede Wanamaker, realized with AI visuals and AI narration.
The ground beneath Mount Aso rumbles with a deep, ancient fury. Pressure builds in the volcanic core. Steam jets through cracks in the earth, and the skies tremble. Beneath layers of scorched stone, something stirs, something long thought dormant. The last guardian of the skies awakens once more. Far across the Pacific, Skull Island's jungles erupt with chaos. Earthquakes shatter the canopy, revealing magma vents beneath the roots of ancient trees. The once balanced ecosystem convulses. Litra, protector of the upper jungle skies, takes flight, fleeing her crumbling domain in search of safety. Seismic activity spirals outward, connecting fault lines like veins of a living planet. The tectonic resonance isn't natural. It's patterned, rhythmic. From Horizon's orbital satellites, strange frequencies pulse across the Pacific, forming a spreading spiral of disruption. In a high-altitude Horizon plane, Steve and Yumi Martin scan a growing corridor of atmospheric disturbance. Weather patterns twist into chaos. Interference cripples sensors. Something is flying echoing through the sky. But it's not Rodan. And it's not Litra. Drawn by a force beyond instinct, Litra follows the magnetic winds northeast. The stars above dim as clouds thicken unnaturally. She crests over the Philippine Sea, heading toward Japan. Her flight path isn't chosen. It's compelled. Within Mount Aso's flaming heart, Rodan bursts free, wings igniting with volcanic fury. Ash clouds billow behind him as he soars into the open sky. His senses burn with ancient rage, a territorial response to an intruder. He aims for the presence that beckons. Over the burning skies of southern Japan, Rodan and Litra collide with a thunderous shockwave. Their clash ignites the air, talons shredding clouds, wings cutting across mountaintops. Their cries shake the heavens, and the old war resumes. In a dance of fire and light, Rodan and Litra engage in an aerial war over Sakurajima's smoldering crater. Volcanic lightning frames their battle as instincts overtake understanding. Fire meets light, speed meets grace, a war with no reason but nature. As the battle crescendos, a piercing scream, identical from both, resonates. For a heartbeat, time halts. Something ancient awakens in them both. Rodan hesitates. Litra stops. They hover, eyeing each other not as enemies, but as remnants of a shared bloodline. With thunder rumbling in the distance, Rodan and Litra disengage. No words spoken, no understanding needed. Two souls forged from fire and sky now drift apart with mutual recognition. Something darker is coming. They can feel it. Half a world away, miners breach a sealed cavern in the Yucatan. Ancient murals warn of winged death, but are ignored. A void opens, cold and hollow. From the black, something seeps into the world. Leathery wings, bone-white eyes, and a hunger not seen since myth. Camazotz rises. The sky above the jungle turns black in an instant. Trees wilt, rivers dry. The vampiric god of night takes flight, not in search of prey, but of conquest. He brings the eclipse with him. Animals flee from their forests. The air carries a metallic tang. Camazotz drains the life from everything below him, not consuming, but storing. The storm around him grows. Thunder does not follow lightning. It precedes it. Steve and Yumi are currently exploring the Philippines. Horizon has tracked Camazotz's flight pattern. It moves along ancient ley lines, the same lines associated with Sky Temple ruins across Southeast Asia. The symbols match ones Yumi discovered years ago. As Camazotz enters Southeast Asia, solar eclipses begin to strike without warning. Crops fail. Radio towers collapse. Rodan watches from afar, wings tucked in volcanic mist. Litra, braver, circles the rising blackness. The enemy has revealed himself. A tremor in the jet stream triggers a confrontation. Litra strikes first. Firelight versus the void. Rodan joins moments later, his screech echoing behind her. The three titans collide over open ocean. It is chaos, and Camazotz dominates. Rodan is knocked from the sky, seared by sonar pulses that warp the air itself. Litra dives through lightning to catch him, shielding his fall with her wings. They crash onto a barren atoll, smoldering, broken, barely alive. The twin Kaiju seek shelter atop a smoking caldera. The earth hisses beneath them. They are beaten, but not defeated. Rodan's cry rises from deep within his chest, not as a warrior's call, but as a plea to the earth itself. The caldera responds. Magma roars skyward, bathing the mountain in red light. Rodan is reborn in fire. Litra, her feathers catching embers, draws radiant energy from the storm. They are no longer alone. The world fights with them now. Camazotz constructs his sky throne above Indonesia, a swirling maelstrom of darkness and bone. He prepares to unleash his final sonar pulse, one that will collapse every flying titan's ability to navigate, dominate, or survive. As the pulse builds, Rodan and Litra rise from the caldera's glow, glowing like twin comets. The storm parts before them. What was once predator and prey is now predator and partner. The age of solitary dominance is over. They crash into Camazotz's mid-pulse. Rodan spins through him, tearing into his wing. Litra blinds him with burning light. The aerial ballet becomes a war dance, painting streaks of gold and red across a darkened sky. Camazotz shrieks, unleashing a final, chaotic sonar wave. Mountains crack, oceans reel. But Rodan absorbs the shock, wings ablaze. Litra pierces the sound with radiant speed, her body like a meteor through his chest. Weakened, Camazotz plummets into a boiling volcano. As he falls, he drags thunder and shadows with him. The earth swallows his scream. A molten spike pierces through his heart. The sky breathes again. Rodan glides silently back toward Mount Aso, disappearing into ash. Litra returns to a healing Skull Island, where the trees bloom again. Their paths diverge, but the bond forged in fire remains. Steve and Yumi deliver their report to Horizon. The skies are safe, for now. Yet in ancient ruins, glyphs pulse with new light. A prophecy, once silenced, begins to speak again. In the still air, a new echo stirs. Rodan, fire on the wing. Where one soars alone, two rise together. If you enjoyed this journey into forgotten legends and untold worlds, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell so you never miss a new upload. Thank you for stepping into the vault where every story leaves a mark.